In our video panel, we are going to delve into the ideas mentioned in the documentary, The Social Dilemma, by examining the psychological, social, and ethical consequences of social media. The documentary reveals the design of social media, how it's designed to attract our attention, influence our behavior, and even use our data. All these which impact an individual's mental health and impacts their individuality. This documentary combines scenarios and interviews to further their ideas and to enlighten the watcher as to how social media shapes what and how we think. We have two speakers with us.
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Valerie.
I'm Ava. We all go to Vanguard University. Okay. The first question that we have is, what was your favorite moment or quote from The Social Dilemma?
My favorite quote was, "If you're not paying for the product, you are the product." So that line honestly stopped me for a second, just because it exposed something I never really thought. I've always assumed that like social media was free, but this quote made me realize that companies profit off of us and our intentions, our habits, and even our behavior. But what really stood out to me is how the film breaks down the hidden systems behind these platforms. I also wrote, "Nothing is random. Everything is designed to keep us clicking and scrolling." Like, I do that all the time, so it's kind of funny how this goes hand in hand. Um, but I also understood that it made me a lot more aware of how easily I can be pulled into nothing. So it pushed me to look at my own habits differently and be more intentional instead of, just kind of doom scrolling in a sense.
I picked the same quote and I wrote that we don't realize how much of our personal data we give away without thinking about it, because like when it says accept the terms and conditions, like no one's gonna read all that and we just click it, and like sometimes they don't always use it for good, so we should like be more intentional with what we do. And that's it.
I picked that the quote, we have gone from the information age to the disinformation age. And I thought that kind of stood out, especially with like AI and everything. You don't really know what's true anymore, and we don't really think about it. We just kind of assume what's on social media to be true. And I think that knowing that things are most likely going to be false is something that we as a society need to do. What social media apps do you use most and why?
Al, do you want to start this one?
I wrote that I use Instagram and TikTok the most. I use Instagram to text my friends, and then TikTok, I use that a lot. Like, it's embarrassing the amount I'm on it, but it's just because I get caught and like I just doom scroll for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also use like the same. Instagram, not so much. It's just mainly like to find like fits like from other influencers that I like, to keep in touch with my work friends. Kind of just see what's going on. And then I use TikTok a lot. TikTok is probably the 80 percentile of my usage on my phone. It's just so easy just to swipe. I like sending like funny memes or funny videos to my friends, or just repost something funny. It's definitely keeps me up at night. Definitely. I still get that screen time where it says, "All right, it's time to like log off," and I just keep swiping away.
I use Instagram the most. I go on Instagram Reels instead of TikTok. It's it's really funny, but I use TikTok as well. But not everyone that I know has TikTok, so I use Instagram like TikTok. It's just
Yeah,
really
you
funny.
know, I probably before your age, there's Musically and then Vine. I used to rock that all the time. That was really fun. So it brought back a lot of memories when TikTok. I was super
Mm.
like paranoid when TikTok was gonna be like canceled, you know? So I was like, dude, what am I gonna do now? I'm so bored. It's horrible.
Okay, what app do you think impacts you the most? Positive or negative, and then why?
um for me, definitely I feel like Instagram, definitely like positively and then also negatively.
Hmm.
Um, just because, like what I was saying earlier, I like seeing like actually no, I take that back. Pinterest, Pinterest. So Pinterest, I use like for my fits, like when I went to Camp Fognaw. When I go out, I kind of just like look at what people are wearing, and I'm like, damn, that guy looks good, and I try to copy him, and I can't for some reason. Like it's just I don't have the right jeans or the right t-shirt, so that's the negative impact where I'm like, damn, I need to buy more stuff. Um, but positively, I would say I'm like, oh, I could rock that, boosts my ego a little bit.
For me, it's probably TikTok in a negative way because like I'll be trying to do homework and then I go on my phone and it's like 2 hours later and I haven't done anything and I've just been on TikTok.
I think mine is Instagram. It's both positive and negative because I like seeing what my friends are doing, but then I also look at what they're doing and then I'm like, I wish I was doing that or I wish I was there. And it kind of just brings my mood down, but fine. Knowing
Happens.
that these social media platforms are engineered to keep you scrolling and keep you checking your notifications, do you feel manipulated?
Do you want to go first, Val, or do you want me?
I can go first. I guess I would kind of feel manipulated. Like, I plan to go to sleep, and then, like, if I go on my phone and I get notifications, I feel like the need to check them and answer them. And, like, if I don't, like, I feel like I'm gonna be missing out. Or, like, on TikTok, I try to go to sleep, but then, like, hours pass and I'm just scrolling. So, yeah.
Mm.
Um, excuse me. For me, like I do feel manipulated. Um, just especially like now that I understand how everything is created. So like the doom scrolling, the notifications, the your for you page, stuff like
Mhm.
that. It's built to keep you engaged and not kind of off your phone. So I do catch myself. Um, I do catch myself being on the app longer than intended, like what Val was saying. Um, I also put for here for my notes. I said learning about this in the film pushed me to set limits. I've also been trying to put boundaries in place or timers or like reminders.
Mhm.
And sometimes I put that on snooze and I don't realize how long I've been on the app forever. So it's just like, damn, I'm doing all this effort for a little reward.
Yeah, I get that. Have you ever caught yourself staying up late, like we mentioned, and or how has it affected your sleep schedule, your productivity, and like your school and work?
Oh, you got this? Or you want me?
You go.
All right. For me, I see myself. I used to like I work far, so like I live far from like Vanguard and then my job. So I work in Newport Beach, school's in Costa Mesa, so that's the easy commute. But I live in Corona, so I got to drive back, and I feel like the one thing I want to do after work is not do homework, is just lay in bed, take a shower first, lay in bed, and then just scroll on TikTok. But even though I got stuff to do, it still pushes me back say like 3 hours. I'm not going to go to bed till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm doing homework, and then I have work at like 12 o'clock the next day, but I don't wake up till like 11 or 10. So I'm missing out on a lot of things like chores, uh, errands that I need to do for myself for personal care. So definitely takes a huge factor in my life where just the doom scrolling plays a huge part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much affects me the same way because I do live far from Vanguard, and then I work far from Vanguard too, so it's like it just distracts me a lot.
I live on campus at Vanguard, but it affects me the same way, not as badly because I don't have to commute and I don't work. Um, but it does affect my productivity. Like I find myself, instead of working on my homework, sitting down and being like, "Oh, I need a break." It just starts scrolling and then I can't stop. The documentary reveals that the product isn't social media, that it is us, the people using it. Tech companies profit from tracking and predicting our behaviors and selling that attention to advertisers. How does it feel to know that your personal data and your attention is being sold?
Um, for me, honestly, not a really good thing. I don't think anyone would feel great about that because like you're not knowing. It's probably in the terms and condition, but like Val said earlier, no one reads that. I'm one of
Mm-hmm.
those. I want to play my video game or create my account as fast as I can so I can keep doing those things. So honestly, it's not a good feeling. Knowing that my behavior, my data is tracked and sold. It's like your personal, your personal. That's your personal stuff. It's like your social security in a sense. Um,
Mm.
Before watching this documentary, I didn't think how every click, pause, or swipe is being analyzed. So I didn't know like how my For You page is coming along, or how even Amazon like tracks your order before, or it ships your order before you know you buy it. So that's pretty crazy. um it made me much more selective about what I post and which apps that I do that. um it's just something that's unsettling, something that's it's about like something unsettling about companies being able to predict that. So I really hate that. It also opened
Mm.
my eyes to how powerful these systems are. So I didn't really realize technology is like up there. And it reminded me that I need to be more careful on what I do around on the apps and when I'm at home and all that stuff.
Yeah, like with my For You page, like sometimes I'll like search something up, and then like later when I'm on TikTok, I'll see something about what I searched. I'm like they know like what you do on different apps, and it all connects, and it's just kind of creepy like when you think about it.
Mm-hmm. Like even when like your phone's off completely and you think like, oh, like I'm just having a nice conversation with someone
Mm-hmm.
about this thing that I want. And then like you go on Instagram or you go on TikTok and it's just like the first or
Mm-hmm.
second thing you see.
That's
It's
crazy.
crazy. It
Yeah. It was like I'm like, bro, they're listening. FBI is listening.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Probably
it's
listening
it's
to
a
this right
little
now.
it's disturbing a little bit.
Yeah. Let you know what you
Would
want for
you
Christmas.
would you guys recommend the documentary The Social Dilemma to others?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend that to others. I think it's one of those films that really changes your perspective on social media.
Mm-hmm.
It explains that they're like the hidden side of these every individual apps. And it's a way that you could understand. It makes you aware of how much like influence these platforms have on you and your mind, and others. For students like us, and especially young adults, definitely, just because the way that we use social media today, I think this documentary is especially important for those like college students. Definitely because we're young,
Mm-hmm.
it's not so much like older, like adults, like my parents. Like definitely, they don't know what social media is because they never grew up with it. You know, um, it encourages us to think more critically on like what we post and what apps that we use, kind of make healthier choices in a sense, right? And it's gives you kind of like that take back some control instead of just letting the algorithm kind of do it for you. And it really helped me just rethink my habits. So I think it would make everyone rethink their habits.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would recommend the movie to people too for all the same reasons.
Yeah, I would recommend it as well. I mean, not just for like young adults. I feel like everyone could benefit from watching it since almost everyone's on some sort of social media.
Yeah.
My mom
But
loves TikTok.
My mom just barely got into it, and now she sends me random things. I actually created her account, and it was under my name, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. You gotta change it, because some things that she likes or like sends me, I'm like, Mom, so, you gotta be careful. That's my name on there. So I made her change it, her account and all that.
that's fun. My mom got me on TikTok.
Wow, not vice versa, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
cool.
So that about wraps up our time. While social media is a powerful tool, it sadly has become a weapon. A place meant to share your life has become a breeding ground for hatred and envy. As this documentary brings to life the errors of social media, we as the users have the power to change the stigma. Change starts with awareness, but ultimately it requires action. You could start by limiting your screen time, questioning sources before you believe them, and even fighting for stronger regulations, all which would positively impact the changing of social media. Thank you for listening to our discussion and keep questioning digital media.
Yeah, let's go.